Ladies and gentlemen, Master Ching Hai.
Hi, it's me. In the presence of my biggest idol, Miss Debbie, I am speechless. I watch all her movies, the old ones and the new one. Anyhow, I am not going to take a lot of time from you. It was beautiful music, wasn't it? Yeah. I thank you so much for everything that you've done this evening for us and for God and for myself. It was really a nice surprise. I didn't think it was so big. I'm invited here for music and some composition of my poetry, but I did not imagine it's so grand an evening. I was so surprised and so delighted. So now come the most important part of our evening. I would like to represent all of you to offer a little contribution to these two great organizations who takes care of the children without condition, without wanting any reward. But God will know. God knows their effort. So this is from you to them. To sign it on your behalf. I told him.
Dear St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, in best wishes for the children, I would like to sincerely give a humble contribution of $150,000 to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you for your efforts in serving such a noble cause. Yours truly. Supreme Master, on behalf of the scientists, the doctors, the volunteers, and the staff at St. Jude's, but most especially the children, thank you so much for your generous support.
Thank God.
Thank you so much. Dear Starlight Children's Foundation, in best wishes for the children, I would sincerely give a humble contribution of $100,000 to the Starlight Children's Foundation. Thank you for your efforts in serving such a noble cause. And Supreme Master, on behalf of all of the children of the Starlight Children's Foundation, which number over 500,000, we thank you very, very much for your generous contribution.
Now, we don't want you to go anyplace because we have a surprise for you.
Yes?
And I'd like to ask Mr. Peter Boyer if he would come forward. He's somewhere hiding. He'll be right out. He's coming. We have a little surprise for you besides the lovely plaques that you received. But, of course, your gracious gifts were so generous. Everybody's very grateful. Oh, Peter Boyer, a little surprise.
Peter, how do you do?
So pleased to meet you.
Your music's wonderful.
Thank you. We have a little surprise for you.
What?
Even more,
Surprise?
could it be? On behalf of the composers, Fred Collin and Maria Newman and myself, who have set your poetry for this concert, we want to thank you. And I was given a tape of a song for which you not only wrote music, but lyrics, but music as well, a song called Farewell Song.
Oh, I I just hum along when I do. This
And-
is a secret.
Not
You
anymore,
should
no.
not give it to people.
So the song for which you've composed lyrics and music, I have arranged this song for some members of our orchestra, and wonder if you might like to join us and sing. I think they want you to give it a shot.
I don't know how you arranged it.
You can do it. You go over there and she's going to sing. Ready?
I thought it's a surprise for me, but it's not. What if I miss the tune and spoil his reputation?
No, you won't do that.
What reputation?
Ready? I'll just jump in and sing Tammy if anything goes wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Little musical conference.
I'm just trying to blackmail him to follow me. Oh, please have compassion. Please help. Can I stand here? Okay.
Do you need your words? Do you need the words?
I might. I forgot everything already. Yes.
Here are your words.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Please forgive me if I miss a tune or two. I probably will miss a lot. You see, we had a retreat for a few days now, and I've been talking every day to thousands of people. So I don't know if my voice will shock you out of your violin or not. Okay, please, I just try and you help to follow me. I cannot follow you. Okay, all right. Where are you going, my winter sun? Won't you miss me, staying on this side of the sea? Where have you gone to, my tender moon? Oh, how I miss you, stand on this side, water blue. I wish we could sail the same destination. I want to break these chains, oh my desperation. Where you now, my only one? Won't someone hold you when you wake up and crying? When I see you, my only one, won't someone tell me if you ever return? I wish we could sail the same destination. I want to break these chains, oh my desperation. I see you, my only one. Won't someone tell me if you ever return? Where are you now, my only one? Won't someone tell me if you ever return? If you ever return. Thank you for being so kind.
That was wonderful. Supreme Master Ching Hai. Bravo! Bravo! Beautiful. That's really putting somebody on the spot. For a tiny girl, you certainly have a beautiful voice. What wonderful lyrics. I think this was very special tonight. Wasn't that wonderful and dear of her? I mean, I would have been scared to death. She did a beautiful job. I can't believe she did that. They told me, just tell her it'll be easy, but you know, that's very scary. I was very proud of her. Wasn't she wonderful? She sings beautifully. I had a figure like that when I was 14. We'll explain that later. 47, and don't forget. Over the years, we've all admired much of Hollywood's music. Certainly I have. From Gone with the Wind to Rocky. And Mr. Bill Conti composed many of these magical movie moments. For example, For Your Eyes Only, the theme from Rocky, and countless more. He's been the music director of the Academy Awards for the last 13 years. In fact, he's won the Academy Award and was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Continuing tonight's theme, One World of Peace through music, I'm very pleased to introduce a true gentleman of the music world, Mr. Bill Conti.
Thank you very much. This first piece of music was from a movie that I did. And it was the piece of music that ended the movie. I begin with that, you see, because my career began at the end of that movie. I'd studied music all my life. I came from a musical family. My grandfather was a musician, my father a musician. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, a master's, and a doctorate in music. But my wife thought I majored in hunger and poverty until that Rocky movie came out. Yeah, I was nominated for an Academy Award and I lost, which is okay. I mean, it's not okay to lose all the time, but a young man didn't need an award. He needed what older men needed: money, chance to further his career. So Rocky enabled me to do more films and more television. You see, because every time a piece of music is played on the air, the composer gets paid a little bit. My daughters are still in school. Anyway, I have some themes on the air now, but I've brought some of my favorites from the past, and maybe you'll recognize 1 or 2. Thank you. That first piece was something that the ABC network used for the 84 and the 88 Olympics, followed by the theme from Falcon Crest, then Lifestyles of the Poor and Hopeless, then the theme from Dynasty, and Cagney and Lacey, of course. You know, a composer, many of us composers tonight are always asked the same questions. We get traditionally asked, what comes first, the words or the music? Well, the truth is, first comes the phone call. The next question that we're asked is, what motivates you? What inspires you? What about receiving notification in the mail that your wife has been inducted into the Master Charge Hall of Fame? So we're motivated by the same reasons that everyone is, fear and desire. But I did get a phone call, which is a part of our life, which should be immediately followed by a lunch. My agent got a phone call from the producer of the James Bond movies and said he'd like to have lunch with me in a couple of days. Called me and I said, oh, that'd be great. Now, lunch doesn't mean you're doing the movie, that just means you're having lunch, right? So this is on a Tuesday, and I called the agent and said, well, where would he like to have lunch? I'm thinking any of these places around town where you don't really eat, you kind of talk, you shake hands, stuff like that. Anyway, he says, well, this is Tuesday. He'd like to have lunch with you on Thursday, but he's in London. That's okay. So what happens is the limousine comes to your door, because you have to travel by limousine. Picks you up, takes me to LAX. You travel first class, because it's got to be first class. 12 hours to London, picked up by a limousine, and taken to your suite, because you must have a suite. In my case, it was at the Dorchester Hotel, where you freshen up, come down, and had lunch with the producer. Now, we talked about the weather, we talked about the flight, we talked about 100 things, including the movie. After lunch, back in the limo, Heathrow, 13 hours back, limo picks you up and takes you home. Now, we had lunch. Okay, now the point of this is, the next time you read in the newspaper, this movie cost $90 million. This movie cost $100 million. You got to know that little skinny guys like me are flying all over the world just having lunch. It's true. I ended up doing the movie. The name of the movie was For Your Eyes Only. The song was For Your Eyes Only. Sheena Easton sang the song for me. I was nominated for an Academy Award, and I lost. Thank you. Thank you. I have had the opportunity to conduct the Academy Awards show a few times. And you know, it's a live show. And you know that things can go wrong during a live show. They do go wrong. And do you get the feeling I'm going to tell you about a couple? I have had an opportunity to work with everyone from Barbra Streisand to Willie Nelson to Placido Domingo. So many people have come through that show, and the very, well, I want to tell you about a little girl by the name of Madonna. Very interesting, very talented lady. When she was nominated, the song from Dick Tracy, Stephen Sondheim's song Sooner or Later, it was called, was nominated. I, as the musical director, get to call the artist to see if they would like to perform on the show. The Sooner or Later was a very pretty ballad, a very beautiful tune. I called Madonna and I says, we'd like you to sing on the show. Would you like to do it? She says, I'd like to do it, you know, I'd like to do it differently. I'd like to do it like a striptease. I was shocked. So, okay, we worked on an arrangement that seemed to be like a stripper-type number, a little rowdy. And we worked on it for a month because she practices very hard. Really worked on the arrangement, every move, every nuance of the song she studied. So, we performed it right here on this stage, right? We're in the pit here, and the number she came out of an elevator in the back. In other words, the band went da-da-da-da-da, like a big striptease number. She came up out of the elevator, struck an attitude, stopped, the music began again, and she slinked forward, really slinky. And a microphone came out of the stage, then she began to sing. Okay, to sing. So, during the rehearsal that we have here, this is the way the rehearsal went. And she comes out of the elevator, she strikes this attitude, and she comes out of her dress. You can't do that. You can't do that. No, the producer says, no, you can't do that. You have to change the dress. This was very, very disturbing for her, but she changed the dress. All right, she comes out of the elevator, she takes the attitude, stays in her dress. Music began again, and she's slinking forward. And the microphone comes up out of this stage like this. Well, if you're sexy and you're trying to slink, you can't do this. Okay, so we say, sweetheart, nothing can go wrong the night of the show, which is in a matter of 2 hours. So during the show, I'm down here, and it's time for the Madonna number. We're going, da-da-da-da-da, and over the headphones I hear, Madonna's stuck in the elevator. You're bored. I understand it. It's a very boring show. I understand. You're bored. We're having heart attacks. So these big beefy guys come and they push her up on stage. She comes up, deer in the headlights. She's like that. She is freaked out. The music continues to play. Now she's slinking forward, right? Da-da-da-da. But the microphone's not coming up. So she's slinking slowly. She's looking at me, I'm looking at her anyway. In the end, someone brought her a microphone and she sang. She didn't like it, but she sang. And it was all because someone forgot to push the button that made the microphone come up. This next piece I prepared for the Academy Award show. This is not a contest, but there are 28 Academy Award winning tunes in this medley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we'll play it again. No. I'm only kidding. The orchestra just passed out when you said that. You know, I mentioned I've lost. I've mentioned that. Well, you know, it's easy to win, but it's unique to lose while you're conducting the orchestra. You know, we kind of watch each other. We have eye contact. We're kind of looking at each other. And you know, we don't know who the winners will be, right? So there are maybe 30-something categories and 5 nominees in each category. So all the musicians and myself have 5 different pieces of music. So when they say the winner is, we have to find the right piece of music and play it, because that piece of music is connected with that particular picture. At the top of the piece of music is the name of, let's say, costume design, out of Africa, Jenny Smith, JS, if she has a nickname. Her girlfriend opens it up and says, oh, it's Jenny. Well, we have all that information. If they win and they say something, we can identify it and play the right person. But when you're nominated and you're conducting, you don't have time to get nervous. But when you get right down to that moment, and you see your name among all the others, and you look in the eyes of the musicians, and in their eyes they say, oh, I hope you win, I hope you win, I hope I work with you next week, I hope you win. No, I think they want me to win. I believe that. I do. I believe that. So they call it out, and it's someone else. You don't win. What happens? The musician's eyes look down. They don't want to meet. Oh, my God, he lost. The director's going, music, music. I said, I can't. Nobody's looking at me. I did win once. The name of the movie was The Right Stuff. So this is the music from The Right Stuff. You know, the first time that I did that Academy Award show was in 1977, and he's the guy down the bottom of your little picture screen wearing the headphones and the baton. But what you don't know about the headphone is that there's someone in this ear screaming and yelling, and there's someone else in this ear screaming and yelling. There's a script for the show. There's the music. There's a forest has been destroyed to create the music. There's a lot of music. There's over 3 hours of music. I have a microphone, because when the director talks to me, I have to talk and answer him back. But I don't need an open microphone like this. I need a microphone with a switch. So my hands are kind of busy. So I have a foot switch. So the director says, we're not doing this now, we're doing that. And I say, okay. Now I have to tell the musicians. They're all wearing one earphone, just so that I can tell them. But I need another switch to talk to them. That's over here. Now, if I have something wrong with the 2 monitors that I have to talk to engineering. Yes, there's another switch. So the first time I did it, you can imagine I might be a little nervous. People like Henry Mancini, Elmer Bernstein had done the movie, had done that show so many times, and you can't prepare for it. I was nervous. Sure, I was nervous. I had a headache that Demerol would not take away, let alone Bayer aspirin. My head was exploding. It's time to go on the air, and we hear in this earphone, we go on in 30 seconds, in 29, in this ear it's going, in 19, in 18. It's a time delay thing. Don't listen to that one, listen to the left ear. So we play along, and then the winner there's 5 different pieces of music. And you play the right one. And then someone wants to thank their other 3rd grade teacher, and you don't play the music. So during all of this, one of the musicians grabs my leg, and I jump about a mile. I uncover an earphone, and I say, well, what's the matter? He says, we smell smoke. We're in a pit, like this, but way down, right? There's only one entrance. So I hit my switch to the director, and I say, some of the musicians smell smoke. Oh my goodness, he's screaming and yelling. Well, it's genetic with me. I'm screaming and yelling back, and I'm listening, we're not gonna die for this show, do something. So, on their hands and knees, with their helmets and their hatchets, come the firemen. Can you imagine them crawling among the ladies and gentlemen of the orchestra while the show is going on and you're bored? So what had happened was the night before, they had painted the lights on the music stands and they were smoldering. This last song was nominated, but it lost. But it brought in a lot of money. Thank you so much. And we have people to thank, but I need a piano to do it. There wouldn't be a piano here, would there? I meant a green piano. Thank you. Yes, I've enjoyed your enthusiasm all night for music. Music is so special. I know you like music. I know you love music. I'd like you to remember something, though. If music has ever meant something in your historical past, if it's ever brought back a memory, if it's ever excited you or made you happy or any of those things that music can do, what I do as a composer and all the other gentlemen and ladies as composers have done and is all alone in a room. What we do is inside our heads. We convert our emotions to music. And in that human way, that if I'm doing a love scene and I know what I feel like when I'm in love, I hope that you will get that message because you will feel the same love, this humanness that we share. But we write little lifeless notes. Don't ever forget, please don't ever forget, that if music has made you laugh, if music has made you cry, it's because the ladies and gentlemen of the orchestra have put all the passion and soul into lifeless notes. These are wonderful musicians. I actually love them. We do have someone else to thank, and we'd like to do it like musicians do, through music. And it is actually for the person who has inspired the evening. The inspiration, someone had to think of it for us to do it. Someone had to have those thoughts. And we simply would like to say, thank you. A piece of music that you have written, words and music, that we would like to perform for you.
so far we have been on a journey into a number of styles of music, and our next act is certainly no stranger to the stage. Originating in the 1960s, the Beach Boys' sounds and style were formative to American music. Over the years, many of their hits have become household names. I couldn't even list all of them in a minute. They are just incredible, and they are riding the next wave in the great tradition of the Beach Boys. We are proud to bring to you tonight Beach Boys Family and Friends, bringing together the talents of Al Jardine and his two sons, Matt and Adam, with the Wilson sisters from Wilson Phillips, fame Wendy and Carney Wilson, and a host of friends who've played or been affiliated with the original Beach Boys over the years. I'm excited to introduce to you tonight, they are launching the start of their national tour. Ladies and gentlemen, Beach Boys, Family and Friends.
We always like to do this. Yeah. You're a rocker. What up, Bob? Since you put me down, I've been out doing in my head. Come in late at night, and in the morning I just lay in bed. Really, you look so fine. Look so fine. Take much time for you to help me run, help me get her out of my heart. Everybody, help me run, help me run, won't you? Help me run, 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 get her out of my heart. But she was gonna be my woman and I was gonna be her man. Yeah. She let another guy come between us and it shattered our plan. Come on, Rhonda, Rhonda, you caught my eye. Well, I got lots of reasons why for you to help me, Rhonda, help me get her out of my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help me, Rhonda, 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 help me,
Thank you so very much. I'd like to dedicate, actually, we'd like to do a dedication right now. This is kind of, well, impromptu, to the Supreme Master, Cheng Hai. We'd like to dedicate this next song. It's called God Only Knows.
Stars above you, you'll never
what I'd be without you. God only knows 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 what I'd be
Thank you. Debbie, I got to tell you, it was great sharing the stage with you. It was like you're one of my idols, and you were just wonderful to work with.
Oh, you were wonderful, and you guys are great. We enjoyed it so much.
Just terrific. Why don't we call all of the performers back out on stage now for final bow after this great night?
The best performers are all these people out here. You all have been wonderful. I tell you, you've been a great audience for all of us. We thank you very much. All right.
Here comes everybody. Bill Conti, Peter Boyer, George Thatcher, Gaelic Storm, Fred Carlin, Anne-Marie Ketchum, Catherine Hudson, Carrie Walsh. Big round of applause. Now, of course, this evening would not be possible without one person, and we would like to invite our special guest of honor up to the stage at this time. Please welcome back to the stage Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I want to break these chains, oh my desperation. Someone hold you when you wake up and crying. When I see you, my only one, won't someone tell me if you ever return? I wish we could sail the same destination. Please stop the embarrassing voice. I was not prepared to sing that song tonight, so it was very embarrassing. Especially in front of all the professionals and the most famous people here. But it's okay, it's for fun. It's Christmas and you are very charitable. Well, it was more than wonderful. I didn't expect to have such a beautiful evening. I'm so thrilled. It was a great honor. And I don't know if I deserve it, but God is merciful. And we have all these great people here with us in the flesh. You know, we have their CDs, their video, or their film, but to meet them in person is something really very, very honorable, very special. And not every of us can meet them more than once in a lifetime, not even once in a lifetime. So please honor them again. Thank you so much. Please come to the front. No, people cannot see you. People cannot see you. Come to the front, please. Come to the front. Come to the front so people can see you. Can you see them, all of them? Mr. Bill Conti. Don't hide behind there, both of you. Don't hide. Come on. You're the great people. I never dreamed I could meet you.
My pleasure.
My God. And I know your song too. Can you sing that?
But you sang with him.
No, but
I was waiting.
can you hum it?
Me, I can't hum. No.
One, the favorite one that you just say. Can you introduce again that? You say again that favorite song?
A favorite, what?
The one that make him famous?
I'm 47, I can't remember anything.
Try.
The theme from Rocky? You're the master supreme. You, what? She's putting me on the spot just because I asked you to sing. Now you want me to introduce a song that I don't remember.
Never mind, I'm not talented, so just leave it. If I sing his song, maybe he will go down in the history. All right, we thank them again and again for making this evening possible, and for the benefit of all the children. We thank you again and again very much. Yes. And may God bless you 1,000, million, trillion, billion times, again and again and again. And thank you. You have been a very wonderful audience, very quiet. And for you, that's for you. I don't deserve flowers. I am a flower. If you're not careful, I might fall in love with these people because I love music. And when I see musician in the flesh, I feel kind of, trembling in my heart. Since I was young, I'm always fond of these things like music, movie stars, all those goodies stuff. But I have never dreamed that I have an honor to meet you people. It's incredible. If God has not blessed me so much, I would not have this opportunity. Many people want to meet you so much. They could never. They can just watch on the screen. I'm so thrilled. Are you not very thrilled too? Yeah. Here you are.
How about one big round of applause for the star of the evening, really? Thank you very much.
that you so